Shiach is getting ready to come.
And hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I am the Lord.
Last words, brother.
Shalom, Mark.
All right.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. All right, Shalom, Israel. What is going on with the saints and with the brews?
That's what I'm talking about. Shalom, shalom, shalom.
That's right. Y'all know how we do. It's a new month, the 9th month of Chisleu. So we're going to give you a few minutes to get on. Y'all know the deal. If you can hear us loud and clear, go ahead and put a 1 in that chat box and make sure you smash that like button and share.
God, that's right. Bring it out.
Indeed.
Oh.
Indeed.
What?
Right. Hey, brother, if they can't see the calendar, we can, if we once more, we can make it like big view like this, but it'll take our avatars off. But we should be good now, bro.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm pretty sure they can see it though. I
think
they can see it. Yeah, I think that's good like that.
Okay.
I think
all right, so we got some ones in the chat box. All right, Israel, we're gonna do something a little different because now I want to let you all know that this week we're going to be creating a playlist on the Mind of the Brotherhood. And what we're going to do is all the calendar lessons that we've done from the first month to the 9th month, we're going to put them all under that playlist. It's going to be listed as the Enoch Hebrew Israelite Calendar 2022. So just when you get a moment, just go through. You can always go back through all the lessons because, we've gone over this so much now that, majority of you should be pretty much skillful at reading this calendar. So we're not going to go over the minute details and everything. And also, we want to give you a chance to, if you want to come on or if you have any questions at the end of the lesson concerning anything concerning from the first month to the current month that we're in right now. All right, so, brother, you can see the calendar. The calendar's showing up pretty good.
Con. Got you live put out.
All right, so y'all know that we're in the 9th month of Chisleu. And so this covers on the Gregorian calendar, November, December. And right now it is currently, the 16th, so sunset, it's, of course, the 17th, so the new month begins. And we do have a new moon coming up, which is going to be Sunset Thursday, which is after that holiday. And of course, Friday, and I know most people are off Friday anyway, but if you're not, just make sure you go ahead and schedule that time off so that you can observe the new moon. But I'm excited, Israel. Can you, brother Eitan, can you believe it, man? We're already in the 9th month, man. We're like over halfway through the year.
Man, I'm telling you, it's just flying past.
Man.
It's just, I don't know, man. It seems like this. You know what, though? I do find that the older I get, the faster the years and the days start to fly by. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's like hitting hard, But it's interesting. So we're already working on the 2023 calendar, but just bear with us, y'all. Be patient because we'll put it out. We want to make sure that we cover the Purim first because we don't want people to get mixed up. So we put it out too early. People will be keeping the Purim from 2023.
God.
All right. So, and brother, feel free to jump in at any time. So,
okay.
So Israel, you all know the drill. You all know how to read the calendar by now. Of course, we got the new moon, which is going to be on the 8th day of the 9th month, the month of Chisleu. And we know that's an important event. That's the month to month, and it's going to vary on different days. But we have a big feast coming up, which is the Feast of Dedication. And if the Most High is willing, we'll do a lesson on that. Brother Eitan will come and chop it up, and we'll give you all a chance to come on too. We kind of wanted to be kind of an interaction thing, so just go ahead and prepare for that. All right. And again, I'm not going to cover the minor details, but I want to go ahead and, brother, unless you got something, I want to go ahead, man, and open up the floor for questions concerning the calendar. All right. So he had to step away for a minute. So while he's, before he comes back, just go ahead. If you have questions, just go ahead and start generating your questions. All right. So the Feast of Dedication, now just to give a synopsis, a review what that's all about. Now, for those of you who are new, this has nothing to do with pagan holiday Christmas, as the Jewish people, as they claim, like to call it, the Hanukkah. And, Hanukkah is made up word. Ours is the Feast of Dedication, and this is a resemblance when Judah Maccabees and the brethren, they rose up and they ran the Greeks out the temple because they were defiling the temple. And so in dedication, they had an 8-day celebration and celebrating the Feast of Dedication. Now, the Feast of Dedication and Purim is the only feast days that don't have a Shabbat days. So there are no Shabbat days on this. So when you look at the calendar, it starts from the 24th sundown of Chisleu to the first sundown of Tibet. All right. So during that time is the commemoration of celebrating the retaking or rededication of the temple. And normally, people light their menorahs. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be light my menorah all week long. I'll be burning myrrh and frankincense all week long as well. So it is a 8-day feast. All right, and it goes all the way into the 10th month, the first day of the 10th month. All right, so that's for that one. All right, brother, we're gonna open up the floor for questions and everything. Unless you got something, brother. Did you have anything that you want to bring out?
Nah. I did hear you over there, man. Slakia. Didn't mean to.
Oh, no, that's okay. It's okay. You good?
All right, Con. Here, I'll put the link in the. Okay, I already see you. I put it up in there once.
Yeah. You put it in there.
Well, I guess while we're waiting for someone to give us some questions, I guess if you want to, man, we can go through the scriptures, to show exactly, how we got it there. So you can go ahead and reference the scriptures for these holy days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to pull up the scriptures out because my Dex is messing up for some reason, so I can't.
Okay, Con.
Issues.
All right, you know what I'll do? I will.
Yeah. So the scriptures are there too. Just go ahead and write those down, and as brother Aitan pulls that up and everything, we can still go over the scriptures and I'm assuming that most of you pretty much understand how to read the calendar, because if I don't see any questions, then we're going to take it though you completely understand, which everybody should understand this calendar, because it's just so plain as day. I mean, like if you read everything, if you read all the precepts, if you read how to read the calendar, you read the color legend, you won't be confused, Israel. You just have to practice it and just keep going over the precepts. And like we said before, we're going to put everything in the playlist, so you'll have all those months, including all the way to the 9th month, to go back and restudy and re-examine the calendar.
God.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So the first one, Brother Daniels, you see what we have here on the calendar. It says the book of John, chapter 10, and verse 22, right? Yep. All right. So that's the first one we have here, and you see right here, right? And it reads, and it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter, right? And just like it says now, right? If you know that it's coming across, we've already had, the last new moon in the season that signifies the winter, right? So, we got winter here, right? We got winter coming up right around here, okay? So we know that we're in the, we're in the right area, right? All right, let's go back to the calendar, right? First Maccabees, right? Chapter 4 starts at verse 52, right? 59. First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52. If I can just get a hold of it. Right there. All right. All right, as you see, it's already highlighted. And it says, now on the 25th day of the 9th month, which is called the month of Chisleu, right? In the 140th and 9th year, in the 140th and 8th year, they rose up, right? Bedtime in the morning. Now, right, it says 20th and 5 day. Right? Let's see what we got right there on the calendar. Make sure we got going on. All right. So the Feast of Dedication, right? Sundown, right? Sundown Saturday will be what? That will be the 25th day. Okay, that'll start the very next day. The sundown on this day will start that day, if you understand how the calendar works. So just like the scriptures say, right? It says now on the 5th and 20th day of the 9th month, right? Which is called the month of Chisleu, right? In the 140th, 8th year, they rose up bedtimes in the morning. And they offered sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offerings, which they had made. Look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in it was dedicated with songs and citharins and harps and cymbals. Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the God of heaven, who had given them good success. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days and offered burnt offerings with the gladness and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise. Right. So it's 8 days. So let's go back to the calendar, right? And we see that we have 8 days listed here on the calendar.
Okay. And then when you look at the calendar too, so when you go into the 10th month, it ends at sunset on the first day of the 10th month. So just remember that, because it's 8 days. All right. And again, to reiterate, this feast doesn't have any like feast Shabbats. Now, it does fall on the Shabbat sunset, and it does go through the Shabbat. So, and then it ends on the eighth day at sunset.
Okay. However, we do know that, we are keeping the Shabbat. Nothing, nothing goes above the Shabbat. Okay. We always keep the Shabbat no matter what. If it's a new moon on the Shabbat, you ain't cooking. Right, okay. You're not cooking on the Shabbat. Right, we already know how the Most High works with the Shabbat when we came out of Egypt. Mm-hmm. Right, hey man, you start cutting up, you start running outside your house, trying to get extra food and work and do some other stuff, you will be put to death. The Most High didn't play that. Right. Let's go to Second Maccabees. So Second Maccabees is pretty much going to say the same thing, right? But just a little different. So we're going to go to Second Maccabees chapter 10, right? Second Maccabees chapter 10 and verse 5, right? Second Maccabees chapter 10, starting in verse 5. And I'm sorry, Slaki Israel. I thought I had it up on the I had it up on the screen. Okay, right, and it says Second Maccabees chapter 10, right, verse 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now upon the same day that the strangers profaned the temple, on the very same day it was cleansed again, even the 25th day of the same month, which is Chisleu, right? Which is this month, and at the end of this month, as we saw again on the feast dedications right here, right, on the 25th day, right? Because we know that this is the 24th day at sundown. We'll begin the 25th day. All right, let's get back to the scriptures. And they kept the 8 days with gladness, right? As y'all saw in the calendar, it's 8 days long, right? With gladness, and in the Feast of the Tabernacles, remembering that not long before they had held the Feast of the Tabernacles, when as they wandered in the mountains in dens like beasts. Therefore they bare branches and fair broads and palms also, right? And sang palms unto him, that giving them good success in cleansing his place. They ordained also by a common statute and decree that every year those days should be kept of the whole nation of the Jews. Okay.
What's so glorious about this? Because when we've already read twice in First and Second Maccabees that the temple was profaned. It was profaned by the Greeks. Now our brothers at that time, they wouldn't stand by for it. They were like, "Nah, we're gonna get up an army. We're gonna run these Greek boys out of there." And that's exactly what they did. So this is something that's you get some brothers that be like, "Oh, we don't have to keep." No, we need to observe all these days, all the feast days, and this is no exception. So because this is our time. This is was given to us. So this is something that we have in our history to celebrate. That we had brothers that was brave enough to believe in the Most High and stand strong. The Most High gave them success, gave them strength. To run them boys out of it and rededicate the temple. So this is what this is all about, Israel. Practicing the righteous acts is always the duty of our people.
Let me see. So Israel, we have a new moon, right? We have a new moon. Oh, I guess most of you guys will be. I think this is that. Ain't this
the holiday? Yeah.
Ain't this the heathen day?
Yeah, for Thanksgiving. So most people will be off on Friday, but if you're not, just make sure you schedule that day off.
Yeah, look, okay. So the new moon, right? We're gonna have this month. This is gonna be Thursday, right? Thursday at sundown, right? So no going to work on Friday, y'all. Sundown starts Thursday, y'all. Go ahead and fix you up a good meal. Even go get you some lamb chops or whatever y'all make for a good feast for the new moon, right? I know myself and Brother Daniel, we tend to get lamb on these
Oh yeah,
days.
lamb. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
get us a rack of lamb. Right. So most definitely. So sundown starting on the 24th of November, which is the heathen day, which is the 8th day of our month, which is really the most important.
Mhm.
Right. The sundown on the 8th will begin the new moon holiday. All right. The new moon holy day for us. Okay. All the way until sundown on Friday. Okay. Which will be the 9th day. All right. And then we'll be going into the Shabbat. All right. So look, man, we got a long weekend of holy days, right? We got a long weekend of holy days on the new moon straight into the Shabbat. So we're about to have a really good weekend.
That's right.
Straight holiness, right? Stay clean, everybody. That means if you're married, right? If you have a wife, you know, hey, even on the new moon days, we got to remain clean on the feast days. So that means no copulation, no sexual activities. Okay, we gotta keep it, we gotta keep it holy. All right, we gotta keep it holy and clean. All right. Brother Daniel?
Nope, you said it all, brother. And for those of you who have been listening with us, and been sticking with us for a while, again, we're gonna take all the months. We're gonna create a playlist on the Mind of the Brotherhood for the 2022 Enoch calendar, and have it in there so that you all can go back. You can go through all the months from the first month to the ninth month, because it's going to be important to be able to know these things. So that way, as you witness to the ones who are waking up, you can teach them how to read this calendar. You can show them, hey, these are the precepts, and then they can begin to study. And stuff. So because we're hitting something very important, y'all. We're hitting a big waking streak. So a lot of our people are like, bam, like it's like the Spirit is just moving upon our people. So it's going to take some. With that being said, it's going to take some time to soak in, because when you're just waking up, it's going to turn into anger, and people are going to be mad at these churches for lying for so long, and then prayerfully our people will start digging into the scriptures and really seeing the truth for what it is. So but the Spirit is moving, y'all.
Definitely.
I can say that much for sure. But if you all don't have any questions, I'm sure that you would have had questions by now. So that tells us that you completely understand this calendar, and I'll say all praises to that. It means y'all studying the precepts and going over everything. So, and you already know how we get down as well too. So we want to make sure that we show the work so that you all can take these precepts and study them. And that's all we tell you all to do. Just study them, and you can test them against the scriptures for yourself. Because the word does say, test the spirits, y'all. So that's what we're commanded to do. Whether you agree with it or not, test it against the scriptures.
That's right.
And that's it for me. I don't have anything, brother, unless you have anything.
No, I don't think, we have a light month. Like you said before, this is all going to be on the playlist. So that's it for me, brother. For this month, we think we covered everything that's happening this month.
All right, awesome. Israel, look, we appreciate you all joining in with us. Again, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you share these videos to your coworkers, your brothers and sisters, and we look forward to seeing you all, if the Most High's will, this Friday for our next lesson.
God. Oh, one thing I wanted to add in, right? For those that say that we don't have the seventh video, we do have the seventh video. It's actually called. Give me 1 second. I gotta remember what it's called.
Unto you, old man, I call. So
God,
yeah, that's
exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's going to be changed. So we'll change that to the seventh. So when we put everything in the calendar, everything's going to be listed by its order from the first month to the seventh month. So
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, you'll see everything.
All right, thanks, brother. Yeah, thanks, appreciate that.
Yep.
All
right, Israel. Well, hey, we say say shalom and stay strong, and we will be seeing you shortly.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom.
Wow.